to all the future chartered accountants and the star worlds of tomorrow. I am Pavan, your host for the day.
And I am Divya, thrilled to be co-hosting the day 2 of the Mega CA Conference.
Can we have a huge round of applause, everybody? Are you all up for day 2? Day 1 was about Parikalpani, which for us CA students is planning to plan and plan. But today, it's about something even more exciting. Parivartane.
Audience, Parivartane andre yenu? ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. Yes, ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ, meaning transformation. ಅಥವಾ in a CA student's life, it is about transforming coffee into study hours and stress into Excel sheets.
Absolutely, Divya. The transformation we're talking about isn't just about converting caffeine into marks, but also embracing the biggest game changer of our times, artificial intelligence. From auditing our lives into deciding our YouTube recommendations. AI is everywhere.
So that makes us auditing intelligent people?
Haudalva? On that note, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day 2, Parivartane of the mega conference for the CA students.
Today is all about Parivartane, changing the way we think, act, and move forward. It is about being CA 2.0 in an ever-changing AI-driven world.
So let's give ourselves a huge round of applause for being at the new era of chartered accountants.
To officially commence the proceedings of day 2, let's honor our tradition by lighting the ceremonial lamp. This symbolizes the light of knowledge that guides us through our journey.
We invite our distinguished guests, Dr. V Arathi, the chairman of Sikasa Bengaluru, CA Shripad sir, and the vice chairperson of Sikasa Bengaluru, Harshita KS, onto the dais for the lamp lighting ceremony. Let's welcome them with a big round of applause.
Music is of essence. To further energize, it's time for a special invocation song. Please join me in welcoming Ganesh onto the stage. Let's give him a big round of applause, audience.
Har 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 Mahadev. Har 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 Mahadev. Om Bhairava Rudraya Maharudraya Kala Rudraya Kalpanta Rudraya Veera Rudraya Rudra Rudraya Ghora Rudraya Aghora Rudraya Martanda Rudraya Anda Rudraya Brahmanda Rudraya Chanda Rudraya Prachanda Rudraya Dhanda Rudraya Sora Rudraya Veera Rudraya Bhava Rudraya Bhima Rudraya Atala Rudraya Vitala Rudraya Sutala Rudraya Mahatala Rudraya Rasadala Rudraya Talatala Rudraya Patala Rudraya Namo Namaha. Om Shivoham Om Shivoham Rudranamam Bhajeham. Om Shivoham Om Shivoham Rudranamam Bhajeham. Veerabhadraya Agninetraya Ghora Samharaha Sakalokaya Sarvabhutaya Satya Sakshatkara Shambho Shambho Shankara. Om Shivoham Om Shivoham Rudranamam Bhajeham Bhajeham. Hara 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 Mahadev. Om Namah Somaya cha Rudraya cha Namah Tamraya cha Arunaya cha Namah Shankhaya cha Pashupataye cha Namah Ukraya cha Bhimaya cha Namo Agre Vadhaya cha Durvevataya cha Namo Hantre cha Hamiyase cha Namo Vrikshe Pyo Harikeshe Pyo Namastaraya Namah Shambhave cha Mayo Bhave cha Namah Shankaraya cha Mayaskaraya cha Namah Shivaya cha Shivataraya cha. अंड ब्रह्मांड कोटि अखिल परिपालना पूरणा जगत्कारणा सत्य देव देव प्रिया वेद वेदार्थ सारा यज्ञ यज्ञोमया निश्चला दुष्ट निग्रह सप्तलोक संरक्षणा सोम सूर्याग्निलोचना श्वेत ऋषभ वाहना शूलपाणि भुजंग भूषणा नर्तना व्योमकेश महासेन जनक पंचवक्त्र परशुहस्त नमः ओम शिवोऽहं ओम शिवोऽहं रुद्रनामं भजेऽहं भजेऽहं ओम शिवोऽहं रुद्रनामं भजेऽहं भजेऽहं. त्रिनेत्रशूलगात्रम् सत्यप्रभाव दिव्यप्रकाश मन्त्रस्वरूपमात्रम् निष्प्रपञ्चादि निष्कलङ्कोऽहं निजपूर्णबोधहम् प्रत्यगात्माकं नित्यब्रह्मोऽहं स्वप्नकाशोकं हं सच्चित्प्रमाणम् ॐ ॐ मूलप्रमेयम् ॐ ॐ अयं ब्रह्मास्मि ॐ ॐ अहं ब्रह्मास्मि ॐ ॐ गण 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 सहस्रगण्ड सप्तविहरगी डम 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 डुम 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 शिव डमरुगनाद विहरगी ॐ शिवोऽहं रुद्रनामं भजेऽहं भजेऽहं ॐ शिवोऽहं रुद्रनामं भजेऽहं भजेऽहं वीरभद्राय अग्निनेत्राय घोरसंहारः सकललोकाय सर्वभूताय सत्यसाक्षात्करा शम्भो शम्भो शङ्करा ॐ शिवोऽहं रुद्रनामं भजेऽहं भजेऽहं. Thank you.
Thank you, Ganesh, for that captivating invocation song to seek the blessings of the Lord. Thank you to our esteemed dignitaries for gracing this occasion with their presence and blessings.
Now, we request the chairman of Sikasa Bengaluru to hand over a live planter to Dr. V Arathi for gracing us with her presence today. Speaking of Parivartane, remember, the road to success in CA isn't artificial, nor is it instant. It's powered by actual intelligence and hours of sweating over accounting standards, GST, and audit reports.
Don't even remind us, Pawan. Even AI can't save us when ICI decides to throw a 3-marker out of syllabus.
ಓಕೆ ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ದಿವ್ಯಾ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ.
Sari Marana. Yesterday was all about Pari Kalpane, the vision. The sessions were amazing. From tax moot court debates to mental fitness strategies, from auditing intelligence to artificial intelligence. It was a whirlwind of inspiration and insight.
And before we dive into today's agenda, let me remind you of the magic that happens when we step out of our comfort zones.
Correct. So, audience, promise us this. Take every opportunity today to challenge yourself,
To learn something new and to make the most of this unique experience. Let's give a huge round of applause to the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, the Bengaluru branch of ICI, and Sikasa for bringing this incredible event to life.
And to all the students out here, you are the heart of this conference. Your energy and enthusiasm is what makes this event truly special. So let's dive in to day 2 and let the transformation begin.
Divya, have you ever met someone who seems to have mastered not just one, but multiple lifetimes of knowledge?
Oh, are you talking about a superhero in Marvel's multiverse?
Not quite, but close. It's time for a session that's going to set your hearts on fire.
Figuratively, of course. We have no intention of calling the fire department.
Today, we have with us someone who wears many hats. She's a scholar, a teacher, a motivator, a linguist, an artist, a Sanskrit lover, and also the founder of Vibhu Academy.
Pavan, are you sure she's just one person and not an entire team?
100% sure, Divya. I'm talking about none other than Dr. V Arathi. Can we have a huge round of applause, everybody?
They say the best way to learn is through stories. Who better than someone to tell us tales of Ramayana, leadership, and personal transformation while inspiring us to grow?
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause and let's hear it for Dr. V Arathi as she takes us through the journey of transformation. Ma'am, the stage is all yours.
Namaste, all of you. Please take your seat. Please, please. Okay. A very good morning to all of you. I'm very happy to be a part of this conference. I'm not an accountancy person. When Sripadji called me, I said, I am not into accountancy. Do I fit into this conference? He said, no, we just want our youth to be motivated. I come from a literature Sanskrit background. I'm also a trainer. So I just thought it'll be a fresh change for you. You're always listening to accountancy and taxation and things like that. And let's for a moment think of what we could do for our country. You all know how our country has a very, very long history. We have thousands of years of history. We are not a baby country. So lots of trials and errors have happened in many areas, including accountancy. I don't know how many of you know this, but we have a very rich legacy of accountancy in our Sanskrit literature. In the Ramayana is not about just the story of Rama. There's a whole chapter called Kachit Sargaha. It's in the Ayodhya Kanda. It's a beautiful dialogue between Rama and Bharata, where they both discuss statecraft and management principles and also about taxation, all that. Many of us Smritis have an exclusive chapter called Vyavaharadhyaya. It's all about social life, public life, taxation, and the ethics, norms related, statecraft, and penal code, and many more. And of course, the most celebrated Arthashastra, Chanakya's Arthashastra, deals in great details with these things. And I was just discussing with Sripadji how Chanakya begins saying that the first training given to a king or an accountant or a spy or a minister or anybody, a teacher, is about Indriya Jaya, self-mastery. First thing is master yourself before you go out to do something for the society. And all our literature, all our parampara, Rushi parampara, tells us about these three things. We could be chartered accountants or lawyers or artists or teachers or scientists or anything in life. That's okay. That's our Vishesha Dharma. That is our personal choice. But with all this, we have one common thing which we have to be aware of. We should be trained for from a very, very young age. That is to be aware of the three runas in life. Runa means debt. Runa means debt. Kannadadalli heltivala, runa. So what are the three debts all of us have? Actually, it goes to 5 debts. The main 3 debts are Deva Runa, Pitra Runa, and Rushi Runa. Deva Runa is Paramatma. The whole, we are breathing air, we don't pay tax for that, fortunately, isn't it? Now water taxes come up, we are paying for water also. We buy bottles, water bottles. But there are so many things in nature which come free for us. And we have to be indebted to that. We should not take that for granted. The sunlight, we are not taxed for sunlight. We are not taxed for air. Hope that day will not come also in future. If you see how human beings are exploiting nature, maybe that day could come. But anyway, we are blessed with nature, blessed with vegetation, blessed with rivers and hills and a lot of bounty of food and all these. So let's never take this for granted. Let's feel that sense of indebtedness, Runa Bhava. For that sake, they say always remember that the nature is Paramatma for us. We don't believe in a God sitting somewhere in the sky or above the clouds dictating us and threatening to send us to hell. We don't believe in that. We see God in everything. Ishavasya midam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. In every speck of creation, we see the same Paramatma Chaitanya. So he's there in nature. To be indebted to nature is a great thing. All of us, whether we are artists or chartered accountants or whatever, wherever we are in India or America or anywhere, we need to always have this feeling of indebtedness. That is called Devaruna. Live with the Devaruna. That is why morning and evening we stop. We just put aside all our work and do some Sandhya Vandana or prayer, light the diya. That is to remember that we should never take this life or creation or nature or all its resources for granted. Then comes the Pitruruna. We are whatever we are always whatever DNA dictates, right? It's a very important part of our personality. We carry the DNA of many, many millennia, knowingly or unknowingly. It's come down to us. And our parents, our grandparents, our ancestors have contributed to whatever we are today. So always acknowledge that. In the Bharatiya Samskriti, I have been across many places in the world. With due respect to all their cultures, one thing I feel very proud of being a Bharatiya is that on an Indian stage, when somebody is felicitated, it could be a student or a great achiever, when they are felicitated and asked to say a few words, the person will say, idella nam appa amman ashirvadadinda. It's all because of the blessings of my parents. And they will say it's because of the blessings of my gurus. Ella devar krippayinda. And you see how we usually walk onto the stage, hige, isn't it? We bow down and accept. The typical way of the other world is like, hi, wow, great. So they enjoy the credit all by themselves. I don't generalize, but here we are trained to. We are trained to acknowledge the whole parampara. So this is the beauty of our parampara. That is called Pitruruna. Always acknowledge. We have used our parents, our parentage, their toil, their money, their sacrifice as a ladder to climb up to wherever we are. So never disregard that ladder. Our parents have sacrificed their dreams, their money to make us what we are. So never forget that. That's very important. That is why our Upanishads say, Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. Why? Because they're always devatas to us. Doesn't mean they are actual angels, but to us they are angels. They have done so much for us. So this is the second runa we should never forget in life. Never forget your parents, wherever you are in any part of the world. Always, Tudita irbeku, nammappa, nammamma, our family. Carry your culture and your parentage with pride. There's a fashion today, some narratives which say, why do you have to carry your culture on your sleeve? Mansali idre saaku. It's all in the mind. No, that's wrong. If you can't be proud of your parentage, if you can't be proud of your nationality, if you can't be proud of your dharma, what are you at all? We have to be proud. I keep saying from the Bindi to Vedanta. It's all ours. It's come from thousands of years. We have to be very proud. Because, believe me, all of you young chartered accountants who are going to build the economy of this country, I have great regard for all of you. We belong to a great country, a great race, which has always given to the world and never snatched from the world. You will find nowhere in the history of Bharata where we went with swords, dashed into other countries, plundered them, pillaged them, killed them, looted them, converted them. No. You go to any part of the world, in many museums, I have been in some of these countries, you go to the Asian section, all stolen from India. You go to British Museum, everything is golden simhasanas, pillars, robes, diamonds, what not. Very beautifully showcased with a nice golden light and a nice plaque which reads, shipped to Great Britain in the year so and so. My simple question is the word shipped so honest? Is the word shipped to honest enough? It has to be smuggled, looted, something, right? And then they call us developing country, poor country. They will never acknowledge what we are. The racism there makes them so. But we are a very great country. We have given so much to the world. Our yoga is so famous across the world. I was in England for some time. I was in a very small village, a village which has about just 30 houses. Such a small village. But it had a huge building saying Yoga Center. Our yoga is such a fashion across the world. We have given yoga to the world. We have taught the world to stop and breathe properly. Pranayama sariyag maadi anta helkottidvi. We have taught the world Ayurveda, how to live in harmony with nature. We have given our masala dosa, our dokla, okay, our pani puri, our Ayurveda, our Sanskritam. I have students across the world. They come with so much of regard. Please teach us Sanskritam. There are some batches and batches of foreigners, believe me, who come to India just to learn how to articulate and say the Sanskrit shlokas properly. Namak nettig hedak baratte adre navu hedalla. They can't say it because they have just 5 vowels, right? A, I, O, U. Sahana vavatu helakagala. Sahana vavatu ante helodoru. To just say it properly, to learn how to say that properly, they spend lakhs of rupees, come here, they wear our Indian dress, sit on the floor, kela kutkolak baralla avarge. They are not used to that. They will do everything just to learn. See how India has won over hearts because they know the importance of our time-tested, age-old culture. Should we not be aware of this? What do you say? We know so much across what's happening in the world, right? We know so much about this Bollywood trash. How many times Abhishek Bachchan and Aishwarya had a quarrel? We know all that very well. But what about our own country? Our own rishis were not ordinary people. They had so much. They learned so much and gave it to the world with great love. They gave it to us with great love. So wherever we go, we may be global people, but that doesn't mean that we should be disconnected from our roots. Just take the example of a tree. The bigger the tree grows, with its shoots reaching out to the skies, the deeper the roots grow, isn't it? That is the law of nature. The more globalized we are, the more rooted we should be in our culture. The more proud we are to speak English, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. Go across the world, visit places, ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡೋಣ ಬರೋಣ, learn, earn, but come back, destination ಭಾರತ, ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶನ ನಾವು ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕು. That is what we have to understand today. Destination America ಅಲ್ಲ. I always say, I think many of you know, there's one place called Chilkuru in Andhra. Anybody knows that? Youth know very well actually. Chilkuru Venkateshwaralu. Anybody knows? Huh? Yes. There's a Venkateshwara temple and it's very famous for Visa. He's called Visa Venkateshwaralu. You go there, you see lots of youngsters who are otherwise always in the malls and MG Road. They are there, ತೆಂಗಿನಕಾಯಿ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸುತ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೇ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್ವರ, ವೀಸಾ ಕೊಡ್ಸು, ವೀಸಾ ಕೊಡ್ಸು, ವೀಸಾ ಕೊಡ್ಸು, ವೀಸಾ ಕೊಡ್ಸು. Great demand Venkateshwara has. So I put across a dream to all of you young Indians. Such lovely young youth, you are full of potentials. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಏನು ಅಂತ, ಬಟ್ ಐ ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗೋದು ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ, ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಉರಿಯುತ್ತೆ ನನಗೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಪುಟ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಅ ಡ್ರೀಮ್. ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ Visa Venkateshwara temple units, okay, branches in America, in Europe, in Germany, in different parts across the world. And we should draw the American-born people. They should stand in queues there, praying to Venkateshwara with a coconut in their hands. Venkateshwara, Bharatake visa kodsu, Bharatake visa kodsu, Bharatake visa kodsu. Chanagidya dreamu? This should become a reality. Agatta ilva? Can't we do that? We can do that. Everything starts with a dream. If somebody, some nasty people outside their colonizers dreamed of looting us and making us feel inferior to speak Kannada, to wear a sari, ರಾಗಿ ಮುದ್ದೆ ತಿನ್ನಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅವಮಾನ. ಏನಿದೆ ರಾಗಿ ಮುದ್ದೆ? ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. We are ready, we are happy to eat Maggi noodles. What is there? ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಮೈದಾ, ಒಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಿಸರ್ವೇಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? They can distort our mindsets using some stupid Bollywood heroes and heroines and create narratives where we feel inferior about ourselves. Fair and lovely syndrome anta ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತೀನಿ. Making ourselves feel bad about our complexion, our culture, our dress, our vesha, bhusha, bhashe. If somebody, some nasty people could do that, why can't we wake up and come out of that spell? Why can't we come out of that spell and start feeling proud of our culture? It's time we start becoming the Vishwa Guru which we always were. We still are the Vishwa Guru. I just returned from the States. Day before yesterday I came back. Believe me, if you go to represent our country, not just for dollars, ಭಿಕ್ಷಾಪಾತ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಡಾಲರ್ಸ್ಗಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಿ, ಡಾಲರ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅವರೇ ಭಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೋ ವಿತ್ if you represent our culture, our yoga, our Ayurveda, our Samskrita, our Kannada, the kind of reception you get is something else. When Swami Vivekananda went, he went like this. Tale etkondu hodru. The real message of Vivekananda is his posture, right? He went with his head held high. Yavaga? 150 years ago almost, when India was under the British rule, reeling under the torture of the Britishers, but still Swami Vivekananda had so much of self-esteem, he went like this. He never let down his country. Where has that pride gone? The Macaulay education, English education, has kind of injected a lot of this, what do you say? We are still in the colonial hangover. Let's accept that. Tumba ide namge. Adu, it has to go. We have to be very proud of our great lineage, Pitru, Runa. For us to sit here in independent India and think of great things, have a conference like this, listen to a lovely song, and be confident enough not to be chased away by anybody. For this freedom, more than 6.5 lakh people have given their lives. Let's not forget that. ಸಾವಿರ ಜನ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, lakhs of them. Not just one or two who are mentioned in the textbooks. Those who are mentioned in the textbooks really did very less. You all know that. They were the stooges of the Britishers. The so-called leaders of our national freedom movement, they used to have tea parties with the British and say, we will not hurt you, we will not hurt them, we'll think of a way. So the real freedom fighters, lakhs of them, they sacrificed their, aurgu dreams irlilva? Did they not have families? Did they not have dreams? But they gave up everything just to ensure that this great desha, parampara, dharma will go on forever. So we are all the beneficiaries of that sacrifice. Let's not ever forget that. Now, CA-ಗಳಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, lawyers ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾರೇ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, if we forget the Rushi Runa, the Pitru Runa, the Deva Runa, we are nothing. We are very selfish. So let's not become those selfish people who just earn and forget appa ammana old age home ಹಾಕಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮರೆಯುವಂಥ ಸ್ವಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ನಾವಾಗಬಾರ್ದು. We belong to a great culture. When I was in England, it was my parents' 56th marriage anniversary. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ತುಂಬ ಕಾಮನ್ನು. 56th marriage, now it's their 64th marriage anniversary now, okay? So it's very common here. But I was staying with a German couple there. I was their guest in their house. So I wished my parents, and then I told them it's my parents' 56th marriage anniversary. The first thing that man of the house asked me, with the same wife? He asked. Very naturally, spontaneously he asked. I told him, you see hundreds of examples across our country. Is it really possible? I heard about this. Is it really true? I was telling him it's very common. Because we have a plan for 7, Saat Janmonthak, right? Our plan is for 7 Janmas, not just this life. So we manage, we find a chemistry to get on. Jagda madkonde chanagirtivi now. And I was telling them how we have a beautiful ecosystem called a family, which is a great model for the whole world. We need to hold it up and teach the world. Ivattu, marriage counselors kuda, unfortunately, the same Macaulay educated marriage counselors, they have some problem. They look for the Western websites for case studies. How stupid. Our family setup is bere. You, your children, me, my children, and we, our children. Ee thara irtare. Idella ide avaralli. But nammalli, we have a wonderful family system. Entha parivarika vyavastha ide. We have so much to showcase and give to the world. Idanella ನಾವು highlight ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So along with our professional excellence, we have to always have this cultural rooting. If you have this cultural rooting, if you have an extra dimension where you show your concern for the society, for our dharma, for the culture, for desha, keep aside a part of your money, part of your time, part of your efforts for the desha dharma. For our Vibhu Academy, we have some chartered accountants and some lawyers with us, okay? Believe me, we have some, undertake the renovations of ancient temples and structures. We have one gentleman who is a chartered accountant plus a lawyer, very leading person in the city. He does any job for temples and ancient monuments free of cost. He's our chartered accountant. He said, I will earn from other means, but when it comes to my desha dharma, I will help you. I will not charge anything. He will not charge for his advice or for his guidance or for anything. So we have such role models amongst us. So you have to be amongst them. Go earn, learn, go across the world, adre come back, destination Bharata. Invest your learning, invest your money, invest your experience, and do something for the country. This is the time, sir. This is the time. We are the world's 5th largest economy. And very fastly going ahead to become the 3rd largest economy. We have a good leadership at the top. This is the time. But everything starts with our vision. If our vision is only about me, my dream car, my dream bangla, nandu, nan kelsa, yellow office madli, granite hakla, marble hakla. If we are so cheap in our dreams, of course we'll get that, ashte. But we will not be able to give anything more. So we have to think big. The bigger our vision is, the bigger manifestation of our potentials happen. If you want to climb 2 floors, the amount of energy that your body and mind will express is only that much. But if you are planning to climb the Mount Everest, automatically your mind, your body will start generating that power, right? You'll mentally prepare for that. So the higher our dreams, the more selfless our dreams, the more wider our dreams, the more nobler our dreams, the better and better our capabilities will manifest. A selfish man will always shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink. Please don't define your success with just the money that you earn. Define your success by how judiciously you use your money for the society. It will come back to you in bounds, in the form of joy, in the form of people's blessings. Nothing is higher than the blessings of the Janata Janardana. 10 ಜನರ ಹತ್ರ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಬಡವರಿಗೆ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವು. Start doing it from now. In our smritis, in our Arthashastra, everywhere, they talk about 1/6 of our money should be given as tax. They also tell that if you are not capable of paying taxes, if you are impoverished, whatever, then give a part of your punya. See that? Punya is an abstract thing, alva? But still they say, don't take anything for granted. The rishis, the tapasvis or the poor people, nanna jeevanata nanna punya, I'll give it to my Raja. At least mentally connect to the country. So always live with this bhava, runa bhava. I owe something to nature. I owe something to my parentage. I owe something to my Rushi Runa. The third Runa is the Rushi Runa. Our Jnana Parampara. Samskrita, Kannada, Bidbardu now. A bunch of English words and foreign tours will not make us progressive. That's just a part of life. ನಿಜವಾದ ಆನಂದ ಇರೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ, inside us. When you close your eyes and sleep on your dream cot or sit on your dream car, ಒಳಗಡೆ am I happy? Am I at peace? ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಆನಂದ ಇದೆಯಾ? Do I carry the guilt of not taking care of my parents? ಇದು ತುಂಬ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. It's not about how costly my cot is, but it is about the quality of my sleep. I hope you're catching my point. So, the more we grow globally, the deeper we should grow culturally. I'm so happy. Deepa Belaksidru, Shivan Hard Hedru, very beautiful. Whoever sang was really, really good. Idu namma culture. This is what you get to see in Bharata. It starts and ends with some cultural inputs. Devar smarane martivi, and we say namaste to each other. There's such a beautiful gesture. Na maha. Maha andre nanu anta. Nannadu anta. Na mama, na maha. Nanalla anta. When you say namaha, you're saying not me, but all of us. Not me, but we, W-E. This is a very beautiful thing we see in our parampara. So with all your beautiful work, your hard work, I know it's pretty hard. Helta idru, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಷ್ಟ, pass percentage ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. I have a cousin also who is a chartered accountant. ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ. Of all the courses, ಅವರು ಅದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಥರ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹಾಫ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ ಯು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಂಟೀನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ MG ರೋಡ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನೋ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ CA ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ ಪಾಪ, ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಪಟ್ಟು ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕರೆ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿ ಬಂದುಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಯು ವರ್ಕ್ ವೆರಿ ಹಾರ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಮೈ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಅಭಿನಂದನಾನಿ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಆರ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ. So because you have the capability to work so hard, you also have the capability to take our country very, very high. Have a dream for Bharata. How we can boost our country's economy. What solutions we can give to our problems. Everybody is talking about problems, right? Newspaper nodru ade, TV discussion nodru ade, ella kade problem. That's a very sadistic or a pessimistic attitude. Optimistic attitude is about looking for solutions. And who will give the solutions? We should give the solutions. There's always a better part of everything. A better partner nodu antharu tumba vishesha. Hagagi, you all have a great role in shaping the economy of Bharata, because you know, ನನಗೆ economy ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, very honestly, but you are the right people. All I can tell you with great love, just as a elder sister, is that have great love for the country. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದರೂ don't let down your country. Showcase your cultural identity with pride. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ, ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದರೂ ಕೂಡ, wherever I go in any part of the world, I carry Indian gifts. ಚನ್ನಪಟ್ಟಣದ ಬೊಂಬೆಗಳು, ಈ ಥರ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೀಸ್ ದ GI ಟ್ಯಾಗ್, ಜಾಗ್ರಫಿಕಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಶನ್ ಟ್ಯಾಗ್ ಇರೋವಂಥದ್ದು. ಮೈಸೂರು ಪಾಕ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಐ ಟೆಲ್ ದೆಮ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಟ್. ವಿ ಆಲ್ ಶುಡ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ as cultural ambassadors of Bharata by birth. It's our birthright. So also carry that. ಸೀರೆಗಳಷ್ಟೇ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಬೈ ಸಾರೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಥನಿಕ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಾಲಿಟೀಸ್. ಮೈಸೂರು ಸಿಲ್ಕು ಆಯಿತಾ, ಇಳಕಲ್ ಸೀರೆ, ಆ ಥರ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟಾಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಟ್ ಟು ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ವೆನ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡ್, ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಆನ್ ಎ ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. So every time I would wear a saree, I would also tell a few words about that. This is weaved in this part of our country. Hige ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. This is so many centuries old. That this anta. In one such assembly, I couldn't, because I just went on. One gentleman raised his hand. I was expecting some other question. He said, "Madam, tell us something about the sari that you are wearing." See how interested they are to know about our culture. With all the technical know-how, we should also know about our country. Somebody will come and ask, Bhagavad Gita, tell us something about the Gita. Gita is my wife's name, ant heltira. You should be able to say a few words. Carry a Bhagavad Gita with you. Carry your culture with you. Carry your identity with you. Speak about your family. Speak about your village. What you grow there. Nama agriculture, nama krishi, nama sadhane. Talk about your family life. Tell how close knit you are. How you do pranams to your father and mother. ಅಜ್ಜಿ ತಾತ ಜೊತೆ ಹೇಗಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸಫರಿಂಗ್. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಟು ದೆಮ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ, ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜೀವನ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ತ್ಯಾಗ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯೋಗ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಭೋಗ. ಭೋಗ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟು ತ್ಯಾಗ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು. ಏಕಾದಶಿ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಮರುದಿನ ದ್ವಾದಶಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ತಿಂತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೂ ಏಕಾದಶಿ ವೆಲ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ರಿಯಲಿ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ದ್ವಾದಶಿ. ಸೊ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೈಂಡೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೋಗ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್. The lady was telling, what is yoga and what is bhoga? You gobble 4 rasgullas in 2 seconds, that is bhoga. You hardly enjoy any of them properly. But if you eat 1 rasgulla for 1 minute, aram se enjoy the taste, the feel, the softness, all that. That is yoga. You see, quality of life is yoga. So yoga doesn't mean you are denying, it's not self-denial. Tappu tilkobedi. Tyaga andre ella bitbidodalla. You know how to master your senses. I have coined my own proverb saying, know your brakes before you speed. When we learn a vehicle, 2-wheeler or 4-wheeler, we first look for brakes, right? You should know where to put a brake. So Jeevandali, if you know that much of sayama, that much of self-control, you can have a very good quality of life all your life. That is what our parampara teaches us. So be very proud of your Bharatiyata. Kannada ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ. CAಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕನ್ನಡ ಮರಿಬೇಡಿ ಆಯಿತಾ? ಕನ್ನಡ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ. ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಲರ್ನ್ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಂ. ಭಾರತೀಯ ವೇಷ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನನಗೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕಂಫರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಸ್ಯಾರಿ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಬಾರ್ದು ನಾವು. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕಂಫರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇನ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್. ನಮ್ಮದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕಂಫರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದರೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರಾಗಿ ಮುದ್ದೆ ನೀವು ತಿಂದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ತಿನ್ನಿಸಿ. ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ರಾಗಿ ಮುದ್ದೆ ತಿಂತಾರೆ ಅವರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ. ಟೆಲ್ ದೆಮ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಸೊ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಮೀ, ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ they all have great regard for our culture. I don't know what they think about our society and our potholes and roads and leaking taps, whatever. But about our yoga, about our Ayurveda, about our culture, about our Vedanta, about the Bharatiya Parivara Vyavastha, they have great regard. They look up to us to learn. So we have been Vishwagurus. We are Vishwagurus and we should remain Vishwagurus. But we should be responsible enough to carry that legacy. And I invite you all to be a part of that. Okay, study, work hard, learn everything, but never forget your Matrubhumi. Desha dharmagalana maribartu. Let's uphold with pride. Swami Vivekananda said, a country that has forgotten its past has no future. So, Hinde, I don't mean we have to go back. But what is there in the past, whatever is good there, we have to keep it. The roots are always old, right? Nobody cuts the roots. But the shoots, branches, old branches fall off, old leaves fall off, newer ones come. So all the changes are happening in the outside, the top part of the tree, above the surface. But underneath, it's the same old mother root. And if that's gone, the tree is gone. So our culture, our dharma is the mother root. So we belong to a great country. We have the blessings of Paramatma because we have never killed, looted others. We have always ಕೊಂದ ಜನಗಳನ್ನು ಬಂಧುವೆಂದು ಕರೆದಂಥ ಭರತ ದೇಶ. We have learned to forget all our negativities and go ahead. Those countries which got independence along with us, ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, I don't have to name, today are with begging bowls. ಯಾಕೆ? Because of their hatred, because of terrorism. But ನಾವು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಅಕ್ಕಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಂಬ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. There are so many internal enemies also. But with all that, we believe in going ahead and not sitting with vengeance against anybody. This comes to us from our parampara, Kshama Guna. So we are a great country, and this talks about our manobala, our mental abilities. So use your mental ability, manobala, the Rushi Rakta, the DNA that we carry, not only for your professional success, also for our cultural upholding or cultural empowerment. So we should grow both ways. And so I wish you all a very, very nice career. Build your career very well and have a dream for Bharat. A part of your money, part of your time, part of your shrama, your efforts should be for the society. Nama samajakkagi ಮಾಡಿ. There are so many impoverished samsthas because today only English education is given importance. Our Vedic literature is suffering, our Sanskrit literature is suffering. I don't know how many samsthas are there, but I proudly say, happily say, we are one of them who gives Chanakya Arthashastra as a course, academic course. There are very few people who do that. It's a wonderful text. I welcome you all to come and study Chanakya's Arthashastra. Whatever I have, I'll help you, I'll give you. It is something to study. You will connect to thousands of years of our parampara, what all happened through history. So the wider view you have about our great paramparika jnana, it's going to give a lot of boost to your contemporary knowledge as well. So let's have that connect, internal growth and external outreach. So look within to reach out, they say, no? Like that. So all the best to all of you. Become wonderful chartered accountants, build the country and go across the world, earn, learn, come back. But decide to reside and stay, live in Bharatam. Let's build a great Bharata Desha. So with these words, I thank you all for this great opportunity. And I want to test how energetic your dhwani is for Bharatam. So I'll say Bharat Mata Ki, you should say Jai, okay? Bolo Bharat Mata Ki! Jai! Thanks a lot. Tumba chanagide dhwani.
Dr. Aarti, thank you so much for the words that resonated so much and deeply with all of us. Thank you for enlightening us today. Thank you for teaching us about Devaruna, Pitraruna, and Rushiruna. We request the chairman of Sikasa Bengaluru, Sripat sir, to present a memento as a token of our gratitude.
Can we have a huge round of applause, everybody?
Let's give her another thunderous round of applause, everybody.
And ma'am, we'll make sure that all the foreigners are waiting in line. And ma'am, we'll look forward to make sure that everybody, all the foreigners are in line to get the visa for our Bharata. Audience, ಏನಂತೀರಾ?
Requesting the Secretary of Sikasa Bengaluru, John, to give a vote of thanks for this amazing motivational session by Dr. Aarti.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As I stand here, I am very, very thrilled to thank ma'am, because as youngsters and chartered accountant students, every single thing that we need to realize, the spirit of patriotism, the spirit of giving back to the country, giving back to the nature. So basically, our future, how we are supposed to be, everything ma'am has covered to us. We are so grateful, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming here and gracing us in this wonderful event. We are very, very grateful to you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right, folks, we've reached the end of this power-packed motivational session by Dr. Aarti. Can we all agree that her words were more energizing than 3 shots of espresso?
Totally, Pawan. If her talked in sharp, your motivation, I'm sure that you're running on airplane mode. But speaking of fueling up, guess what's next?
A chai break, of course. Tea, snacks, and much needed stretch. But before you all rush to the pakodas, this is Pawan signing off for the day. After the break, Divya and Suhas will dive into the exciting world of startups. Trust me, it'll be as thrilling as the festive season sale.